Alright, what's up guys? So, Chud Logic has uploaded a video titled Just a Robot Left Trembling After a Leaked Voice Recording Reveals Disturbing Truth. Yeah, I think this was the voice recordings with Cinnabear. So yeah, if you guys haven't had the chance, like I just have seen like clips of it. This would be my first time actually like watching the video in its entirety. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, man, he can't catch no break. I'm like just a robot. I have to say, out of all the different content creators I didn't see get canceled for stuff, and I ain't seen a lot of different cancellations. Like there's like them series cancellations where I'm like, it's just in a league of its own. But for something that I guess like that was self-inflicted, like more so talking on like the actions he committed, I'm like, yeah, that's something I don't think I've ever seen it get this bad. It stops after a while, but I'm like, man, the crazy thing is that for as long, because I know there have been some of his fans that have been all like, oh, stop talking about this, stop talking about this, and I'm thinking to myself, fam, I dealt with y'all for 4 years. Okay, I'm like, I think him going through this for some months, I'm like, yeah, well deserved. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Chud Logic. I'm looking at this comment. There's like, finding out that your boyfriend of 2 years was simping for a 4 out of 10 predator with acne has gotta be a humiliation ritual. Yeah, dang, of 2 years, and it's like, fam, you still ain't listening to your girl? That's crazy. That is some crazy stuff. But anyways, now let's go ahead and get to this video.
What a cute little baby.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Tell me when you guys are done with the clip.
I think we heard it from your end, Jar.
Like I knew that the way I joked around would eventually catch up to me. This is why I
So why'd you
can't hold down a job, to be honest. And yep, this is finally out there. I was not choking my chicken to her voice or anything like that.
I was not even suggesting that. I was not even implying that.
My girlfriend just said she's watching the stream and she's not. She's baking, so I'm gonna talk to her about this.
Yeah, if she's still with him, like, so I did hear where his roommate they ain't living with each other no more. But if the girl is still with him, I'm like, yeah, it has to be one of those things where she was just desperate for a relationship, or she's scared to break up with him. Cause yeah, she's like, I ain't trying to end up on one of them like Lifetime documentaries or movies and things. So yeah, she's like, nah, let me go ahead and yeah, like, I guess, like, have it where he breaks up for whatever dumb reason. But anyways.
I don't want to belabor the points again and again. I feel like I've made my point. You've made concessions. You've taken me down. So, I'm cool with that. However, there is someone in chat who I think covers this stuff more. Are you familiar with FPS Diesel?
Oh, so this is how the last video ended. And so, dang, so this was all in the same call? Dang, Chud, when people were saying like Chud Logic cooked just a robot, I didn't really know. Like, I'm just seeing all these different clips and things and so, but dang, like actually seeing it, wow, that's crazy. But anyways,
FPS Diesel patches?
No, Diesel Patches is another YouTuber. But people are asking about FPS Diesel coming on. No pressure, of course, to any party, but if that was the case and you were happy to talk to them, I don't know if they got anything to add.
Diesel. The name does sound familiar. FPS Diesel. FPS. I'll look them up on YouTube.
Okay. I mean, look, I don't want to put any pressure on you to talk to anyone you don't want to, and I am purely doing this for content's sake. Don't get it twisted, okay? I've not got your best interests in heart. This is all about content for me. But if you want to talk to people and take some licks, I'm happy to facilitate that. And it seems like some people are willing to, even if you don't want to speak to Kumo.
FPS Diesel. Okay, I found the channel. Yeah, I've seen them before. I've seen their video on the Fall of Yandere dev. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm assuming FPS Diesel has got something to say. I mean, I don't know. People in the chat.
No, bring them on. Like, they haven't done anything too terrible to me, as far as I'm aware.
I just think they've got more knowledge of.
So I guess like if it had been a situation where if I known that this stuff was going down and then I was like, oh, I wanted to join in on the call, I guarantee you and I promise you, Just a Robot, he had said no. He had been all like, no, I don't think it would be best if he joined the call. Because the thing is this, he don't have nobody to moderate the conversation. That's usually how he would have these conversations. But I think for this particular reason, it's like, who is there to moderate the conversation? Like, how could you possibly like I guess like get out of this situation? So anyway,
the art community, and whilst I feel like I've been quite fair in this, I don't want to like, miss anything, and just make sure everything's covered.
Hey, what I care about most is people like actually getting the truth. I fucked up, and if my video is bad, then it's bad.
It's like what he overall means by that is that he wants to have a conversation with somebody that I guess they know of the stuff, but they don't have like evidence to back it up. So it could be like he said or they said whatever. But yeah, he just wants the conversation to go in his favor. So I guess if there is anybody out there that wants to have some sort of conversation with Just a Robot, it's one of those things where I mean, even if you do have evidence, I feel like it's something that has to, I guess, be uploaded from him. And I feel like I might have said that before, where it's like, if the evidence is like right there on his channel, he'll be like, yeah, do what he did. Because there was one video he did where he was defending the Confederate flag. And so yeah, that it was like with this video, but even with this the Confederate flag video, he took that video down. Same with he did with that City Bear video. He just doesn't want to have it where the conversation I guess he wants to have it where it goes in his favor. But anyways, back to the video.
I have to take it down.
FPS Diesel, if you're there and you want to hop on, just add me on Discord. It's Chud Space Logic. Queeman wants to come on. Apparently, I don't want to like bombard you with loads of people that are just going to shit on you, but this is probably a good place just to hash it out, and I can be a fair adjudicator of everything. If people are being unreasonable, I can act accordingly. But Queeman, if you're just going to come on and go on about this guy being autistic, I don't think that's reasonable. We need to just be a bit more chill, I think. Okay. Right.
Wait. What about autistic?
Oh, Queeman is very Queeman is autistic, but I think he's got this kind of like internalized thing where he goes super hard at autistic people because of that. You see what I mean?
No, I don't think autistic people deserve any like. Within reason, I think my autism is not what's holding me back. It's me being stupid. Like neurotypicals make mistakes all the time. I made a mistake.
Oh, so he said it himself. And it's like it ain't the autism that got him carrying on like this. It's just that idiotic behavior where it's like, fam. So the thing is this. So you do overall have that choice on whether or not you want to continue being the toxic creator and doing the things that you're doing. You have that choice of you can stop it, but instead you decide to continue, and now look where it done led you and stuff. So yeah, he can't use autism for everything. It's something where it's like, yeah, you are gonna have to take accountability for your actions. But anyway,
sure, I just don't want to subject you to someone that is going to be very brutal and vicious to you. I think that would be unreasonable. So as long as Queeman could be chill, maybe he can come on. FPS Diesel is going to come on though, so let me just add him real quick, okay? You might need to join the other call.
If anyone wants to cover my video and make fun of me, I can't stop ya. Go for it.
Okay.
I need to learn from my mistakes, and if I don't get bashed, I'm not going to learn.
Okay, so just bear me a second.
I just feel like he's saying that just to manipulate people. He's like, oh, well, if I say that, then they probably won't do it. If you are thinking along those lines, like, oh, well, I'm not going to do it because still, whatever video you got on Just a Robot, upload that video, all right? But anyway.
And we're going to add FPS Diesel real quick, so. Hello, FPS Diesel. I think this is the first time we've spoken, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it has. What's up?
Yeah,
hey,
your reputation precedes you.
Apparently it does. I'm glad that you've watched my Yandere dev video, Jar.
Thank you.
So, okay, I'm going to be honest. I was a little rough on understanding what was happening with this Cine Bear groomer individual, right? But I'll tell you why. Here's why I heard about this and I got interested. Because I heard Jar, you were getting a little like you were starting up trying to start up a relationship with them or be a little like
no,
cordial.
I'm just friendly with the way I talk, and I have a girlfriend. I'm not interested
I'm
in.
like, my thing is this, all right? I feel like there's a lot of guys and girls out there where, yeah, it's like you can be friendly with your conversations and stuff. Because I would say I'm a friendly person when it comes down to conversations, but I had to say, like, even my thing is this: even if it's with somebody that I've known for a long period of time, or somebody that like I just met like that day or something. So like, yeah, just two scenarios. Still, I don't allow the conversation to go down that path to where it's like it's going to turn into something inappropriate. So yeah, that's I don't think that's him having a friendly conversation. It's him wanting something, but he's like, oh, in case if it don't work out, then I'm just gonna say, oh, I'm friendly. I'm just joking around. This is how I talk with everybody, and it's like, nah, bruh. The reason why you talk like that with everybody is because you're afraid, I guess, of that rejection and things. But I'm like, fam, you regardless of the whatever happens, you are gonna get rejected, and that's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. But anyways, but yeah, he figures, oh, if I have like an escape route and things, people believe it. I don't believe it, and maybe others might, but I don't believe that.
A romantic relationship with any.
When'd you get in a relationship?
With my girlfriend?
Yeah.
She's gonna hate this when she watches the. It was about 2 years ago. I think our God, she's gonna strangle me when I don't remember the anniversary. I'm just really stressed out right now. But yeah, we've been in a relationship for a few years, and we're planning a trip to see my parents in San Diego right now.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I mean, that's a long time to be in a relationship, man. 2 years is pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think I said this before. Remember that episode of Family Guy when Megan, she was talking about how she was in a relationship that she just started like laughing hysterically and things and was acting all weird and crazy. I think it's either that or it's like the one guy that was on My Strange Addiction and he was in a relationship with a mannequin. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It was like there was that one call where you could hear like some female voice in the background and things, and I think there's like, yeah, that was just the robot's girlfriend. But I think that was when I reacted to Chris the Narc. And he was and he personally thinks that it's his roommate. But I'm like, I mean, it very well. I mean, just a robot. If he kind of got like a little voice acting thing going on, yeah, I think a person can disguise their voice and things, or just have like a pre-recorded thing in the back. Oh, that would be funny if somebody they got that clip, slowed it down, changed the tone of it, and it was just the robot's voice in a high pitch. Bro, I'm telling you, that's one of those things. I'm like, I feel like it might not be as worse than this Cinebear stuff, but I'm like, bro, for you to fake a 2-year relationship, that's crazy.
I know you work with a lot of different artists and in many communities for your things, but there was an artist that you had sent very interesting voice memos to one time, and the funny thing is like you had started kind of a professional relationship with them, but then over time, you started asking them to get in personal calls all the time and asking to hang out and be friendly. So I just find it a little weird that you were in some like quote unquote 2-year-long relationship. Now, Chud, I have a clip to share.
Was it like?
And I will send this to you now.
So
okay.
It's 2022. If it was anything after,
I'm not sure where this is going.
If it was anything after 2022, I'm like, dang.
I will certainly play it.
Me neither.
Oh, I mean, it's content, but I wanted the context for how long Jar's been in a relationship. This is a conversation of Jar asking an artist for a thumbnail. And for some reason, this was how he responded. Now, the artist in question sent a gif of a cat saying yes, but let's just look at the tone here, okay? I just think it's quite interesting.
Oh, you can share your screen, your end if you want, because maybe that's easier.
Okay, yeah, I actually have it up. Here we go.
Okay. Right, what is this?
Yo, you're all good. You can finish it up tomorrow, in fact. Yeah. What a cute little pussy.
Tell me when you guys are done with the clip.
I think we heard it from your end, Jar.
Oh, you did? Oh, you want me to finish it?
I mean, that's the whole clip.
Oh, it is? Oh, it
Tess.
said there was
Yeah.
some more seconds. Yeah, I was talking about the cat. That, again, same with the cock. That's just my sense of humor.
That's your.
Boo, why would you? I'm trying to think. Has there ever been times where like friends of mine have sent me their cat? Like, I'm not really a cat person, so I guess I can't say. But even if I was, I'm like, I had to say, like, to an extent, like if a cat's cool with me, but cats are kind of weird. You know, that's just how I personally feel about it. I ain't never worded it that way though. Like there's some people that I know that they are proud cat owners, but I just, man, that's weird. That's just a weird thing to say to somebody, even if that is just how you talk. And nah, that's weird. That's some weird stuff. Cause you gotta ask that, or like answer that question. It's like, how did you know that they would be in on that joke? You know, that's something where it's like you don't know if people are gonna be in on these jokes that you go through with and stuff. So yeah, that's one of those things. I'm like, nah, I find that weird.
It's not weird for you to be asking this artist for personal chats all the time and then sending messages like that. Like, it's appropriate.
I guess it's not. I should probably work on that.
Now, if you have a professional relationship with someone, Jar, do you think it's okay to talk like that? Like, imagine you said.
And then it's like, also just to add on to it, think about it like this. How do you think the NBA commissioner, the NFL commissioner, or Triple H, like, let's just use wrestling for an example. How do you think that would have went if Triple H would have sent that voice message to Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley? You know, like, how do you think that would have went down if Triple H would have sent, or if any of them got, like, the guys that work for WWE would have sent that to any of those female wrestlers I listed up, or any other female wrestler I didn't list off? That's gonna stir up some drama, because especially, you know, if it's Triple H, it's like, bruh, isn't he married to Stephanie McMahon? Like, what is this all about? So yeah, it's like, you may think that that's a joke, but other people are gonna look at it as like, nah, bruh, that's weird.
Said that
especially when
in
you in a relationship.
You'd be in HR's office.
Definitely not. I mean, this was eventually going to, like, I knew that the way I joked around would eventually catch up to me. This is why I can't hold down a job, to be honest. And yep, this is finally out there.
What are you fucking insane to say that? What are you talking about? You can't hold down a job because you're gonna talk about the cute little pussy? What?
Okay, let's joke. Look,
Just humor like this. This is just like my sense of humor.
And he's dead serious about it. Like, he's not laughing. He's not trying to, like, no, he's dead serious about it. He's like, that's my sense of humor. And he was like, what's the problem? It's weird. Like, okay, so I guess, like, how, if he does have a girlfriend, it's like, how do you think that would have worked out if she was sending that, like, type of message to a guy or something? I mean, like, let's say if it was like, let's say the guy had a pet chicken and she sent some old weird voice message like that, talking about, like, the other word for chicken, you know, because YouTube be tripping about certain words. So, but anyways, even if a guy, or no, better yet, how would that make you feel if I sent that same exact message to your girlfriend? Just to know, I guarantee that, I promise you, I woke up the next day with JustARobot. It wouldn't have been challenging me to no boxing match. He had been challenging me to just a full-blown good old-fashioned fight. Like, I'm willing to bet money on that, all right? If not that, he's gonna do the same exact thing that this guy did and expose you on it. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's weird, bruh. I don't think you're fully processing it or understanding it, but that's weird to be sending that to people.
So I fear you've come in here without a serious point and you're just looking to embarrass this poor robot. Is that correct?
Chad, I have a confession to make. I believe it is.
Okay.
Dang.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was going to do that. So it's just some embarrassing clip from a little while ago.
It's fine. I think I deserve to be made fun of for the stunts I've been pulling. I will also go over this in my follow-up video. Like, if people want to make fun of me, like, I'm not a pussy. I can handle a few jokes being made at my expense.
Okay, I mean, you know, that's good-natured, I guess. I'm being asked to deploy the Jew, the autistic Jew.
Well, thank you for having me on, Chad. Jar, you have a wonderful day.
You too, man.
Pleasure. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So listen, this guy can get a bit vicious sometimes, but I will make sure that he is on his best behavior because I understand this is quite difficult for you. Okay. But
Well, I think no, it is difficult, but I think I need to get like made fun of for this. I mean, like it's like just stopping the Ellis Mark thing. He had to deal with it. A lot of other YouTubers had to deal with getting bashed by fuck ups they've made. So I think I deserve everything that I have coming to me.
Joel, this is disgusting. This
Yeah,
is. Have you seen her?
Seen who?
Cinny.
I've never seen a picture of her face.
Yeah, no wonder. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Look, you're a predator, bro. You're preying on pedophile pussy on the internet.
whoa, calm down, man. What the fuck, dude?
Well, I'm a huge pedophile defender, as everyone knows. Okay, so there's one thing I can't stand. Okay, and that's seeing Jar here looking for vulnerable pedophiles online for him to fuck. This is you're coming into an allegation, and just immediately presenting yourself as a saving force here, and then going on a video and saying the kid started it. Like, how did you first become aware of the situation? Like, what was the first piece of news you saw about this?
The kid started it. Line was about how people said, "Oh, Cinny groomed them into being inappropriate," and it was like, "No, Cinny didn't do that." That's all that line was supposed to be in reference to. Now I have never seen Cinny Bear's face ever. I have borderline no idea what she looks like. And
yeah, what was the first piece of news you saw about this situation? What first got you interested?
What was it? Kind of Jack's video.
Right, Jack. Where did you see this? Where was this coming from? I'm just wondering, what was your mind state going into this? What were you seeing?
Well, my mind state was at first, oh, maybe there's a predator. See their response video. Oh, I'm a predator. Oh, I guess they're a predator. Then I see some people questioning this just a little bit, and I'm thinking maybe this is not as cut and dry as people once thought. Maybe I should reach out to Cinny. And ultimately, I think I should have just been like, fuck it, upload the original video before this all happened.
That's okay. No. There's something that's not true. You didn't say, oh, maybe this isn't clear cut. I'll reach out to Cinny. When you started speaking to Cinny, you already had a narrative. You'd already decided that Cinny was innocent because messages laying out your questions for Cinny, and in the questions you ask her on the call, you make it clear that you think Cinny is innocent.
Yeah, that's that. Well, not
calling
innocent, just not as guilty as people painted her as. But
well, you're putting like things in your messages saying like you're saying that it's a setup when you're asking her questions.
Wait, setup.
You're saying that
it is. Now thinking about it, it's like I think yeah, JustARobot, he lives so much for the drama that he's willing to cause drama with another person. I honestly, now sitting down and thinking about it, I think what his plan was that he makes this Cinnabear video. The drama continues on with her, and I think Jack's supposed to be the roommate. And then he, I guess, like, yeah, him and Cinnabear, they team up, go up against the roommate, and I'm like, and it still backfired. Like, it doesn't matter how he thought this was going to play out or overall what he wanted from this situation. It wasn't going to work in his favor. That's one thing about it. It was not going to work in his favor.
If the victim was friends with the person who wrote the document, then it was probably a setup. That's like something you wrote in your questions for this person.
Hang on, let me scroll back up.
I can. I've got this here somewhere. If you want me to read it out exactly.
Yeah, I already found it. I just need to know the number. Set up.
Yeah, I'm like, some weird stuff, man. Like, if that
which
is
question
the case.
is it? I'm dyslexic. It's hard for me to find it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't actually find it exactly. Give me one sec. And
it was something about asking if Tenno or No or whatever the name was friends with someone. Then it was probably a setup.
Can I post? Let me just screenshot it and post it in chat, so you can see it for yourself.
Okay. There we go. Thank you. Here we go. Right. So it's on the screen.
Yeah. So which
Yeah,
question?
so
was it?
question number 4. Is the 14-year-old friends with the person who made the doc? Because if so, this might have been a setup.
Oh wow.
So you're coming in here with pretty
Wow.
strong narratives.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
weren't just
I
coming in
heard-
here impartially, were you?
Well, I heard that they were, but Cindy confirmed that that wasn't the case as far as she was aware. So yeah.
Right, but even if they were friends, how?
Wait, hold on for a second. It's like the thing, because I'm seeing this thing with EDP. The things you did aren't good, but you weren't trying to get with the 14-year-old. At least from what I can see, you are on the same level as EDP 445 or whoever else. But the thing is this though, that's the point that he's missing. It's like she's still having this inappropriate conversation with the minor. It doesn't matter how, like, I guess overall what she wanted from that minor. It's the fact that the context, like, it's not good, you know, like it's not a good conversation to have with a minor, you know. So it's something where, like I said before, is, you know, if you have kids, you'll understand, but even if you don't, but it's like you still respect the idea of a parent. Yeah, it's like that stuff you're gonna look at and be like, nah, bruh, that's not right. That's not normal. I don't even know the girl. I haven't seen the documents. All I know is the headline of it, pretty much. She was having an inappropriate conversation with a minor. There's no defense for that at all. And then it's like, and then my thing is this, then to see the documents and then to see what the conversations were, I'm like, yeah, bro. Oh, she was just trading NSF or NSFW art. Yeah, it was like not suitable for work. But yeah, it's like she's just sending that art to them and stuff. It don't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Do you think she would have did that if the parents was in that if they were in those DMs? No, she wouldn't. So yeah, this is just, there ain't no defense for that. And then saying like, oh, you ain't on the same level as EDP 445. Yeah, she might not be on the same level, but she is in that same conversation as EDP 445. It is YouTubers to, you know, make sure of it that your kids don't subscribe to them, watch their videos, get involved, talk with them, any of that stuff. So anyways.
Sure. So yeah.
Right, but even if they were friends, how would that imply it's a setup? The only reason you're implying that it's a setup in that question is because you've got a predetermined notion about the validity of the case.
What my thought process was maybe No being not No, fuck. Cindy being stupid would have been like convinced
how do I make
to
money off depressed people?
What was that?
Hang on, sorry, I'm trying to think of what my thought process was back then. I think Cindy would have been encouraged to talk to this person like this, and I was just trying to see if this was a honeypot situation. Even if it was, it wouldn't have, like, it wouldn't be that much. I just wanted to get confirmation on it.
Oh, that's another thing actually. In the call with Cindy, you actually mentioned that you almost got by what you described as a honeypot, right? What was all that about? You
that was I told the whole story. Some 14-year-old was like, I want to make you Hopi, and I was like, oh no, I know where this is going, block. That was the whole story.
What do you mean by you know where this is going? You said in that video as well that you cut it off because it was a honeypot, right?
I think that was the terminology I used, but it was like a 14-year-old or possibly someone pretending to be a 14-year-old trying to like get me in a situation like this, and I was like, no, I'm not interested, no thank you. But I didn't even respond because I was like, Nora, what I respond with is going to be taken the wrong way.
I think that's why he probably questioned the whole setup stuff, because JustARobot done set up people. He done set me up. He done most likely done set up other content creators on this platform. It's just something where he has either been through it himself or had other people go through it and hit stuff that he's behind, and that's why he's questioning it. So yeah, it's something where I feel like most people wouldn't even ask that question, you know, oh, is it a setup or something, or even would bring that up, especially if you've never been through it or you've never, I guess, set up somebody and things. So yeah, that's why I think he's thinking of it. It's like the thing is this. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. He knows what questions to ask, all that stuff. That's why I'm not believing it was my autism, or I was heavily under the influence, or my dyslexia was misreading stuff. I'm like, I ain't hearing none of that. I'm like, others may believe him on this stuff. I'm not.
Oh, you didn't
like,
respond. You did. There was no response ever to this.
As far as I can remember, I mean, it was a really long time ago.
Okay, so anyway, back to the message. You were saying, so you went in with a predetermined notion here. You had already decided, because we can hear it in the start of the Cine call. You had already decided that Cine was innocent. You were saying, oh, you're going to get through this. Oh, it'll be fine. Oh, these are just things you got to do to get through this. Oh, you've already decided where you lie on the facts of the case when you start talking to Cine.
Yes.
So I am just wondering, but you are presenting it as though you came in impartially. But you did not. You very clearly went in with the motivation to defend Cine.
I went into that call with that, that's for sure. I just, with the situation itself, I was impartial because I was convinced Cine was 100% guilty at the beginning, but then I started thinking, you know, maybe this won't go the way I think it will. Like, maybe there is something I'm missing here. And then that's when I was like, like, I've been having doubts about this whole drama since I began my original video about this. And then I was like,
what is there to doubt?
Yeah, here's the thing, Jar, is that the one thing that came close to even like attempting to
my thing is this. So based on his logic, a suspect can pretty much like say, oh yeah, I had killed somebody before. Evidence is clear as day. Like, you could very well find the evidence. I don't know why you would put yourself in a situation where you're gonna skip past the evidence and just take their word for it. And there is evidence that can have them go down for this stuff. Like, she was pretty much covered in blood, and you're still like, okay, well, that could very well be makeup. That's not blood. That could very well just be a makeup kit in Sephora. I don't believe that you killed nobody. I like, man, that's something where and that's the thing where it's like for years, so many people believe JustARobot on it. It's just funny how just seeing so many of his fans where they realize, like, you know, who he really is. Like, they had that just eye-opening moment, and they're like, no, I can't support this guy no more. That's why he's losing subscribers. That's why people don't want to be bothered with his videos. It's because they're really seeing him for who he is. And it, like, bro, and this was the person that, like, people, they were supporting this man for years, bruh. Years. Like, I can tell you guys some horror stories about his fans. But you're starting to see where a lot of them have, like, disappeared, or they're, you know, kind of trying to stay off the radar and stuff. But anyways.
Defend Cine in any way that could ever be received well is pointing out that, or, well, trying to point out, because it isn't actually true, but trying to point out that the grooming checklist doesn't apply to the situation. And that's a point that I just heard Kumo saying, like, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So it seems like you just came in looking for a way to defend Cine and latched onto the best narrative you could. But really all you cared about, you didn't care about defending Cine, you didn't care about making the video. You cared about getting close to Cine. Because your entire setup here has been not, I'm going to do a bunch of research and lay out very clearly what the issues with this case are. Not, I'm going to go through the logs and point out how it's not grooming. It has been, I'm going to use the situation to get in a call with Cine, sit there and act friendly.
Hold on for 1 second. Got to do something real quick. All right, I'm back. Just had to attend to some things real quick. But anyways, back to this video.
To Cine, and then collaborate with Cine to make a video. That's been your game plan.
I mean, I don't think the word collaboration, I mean, is it a collaboration?
It is collaboration because you were asking for thumbnails and shit, dude. You were absolutely collaborating.
Yeah, it's like, whether it's like she's in the intro, the middle part, outro, thumbnail, the description or whatever, the editing, it's like, yeah, bro, you wanted to work alongside with her and stuff. I think he's trying to like make it seem like, I wasn't gonna have her featured in any videos. I guarantee you, I promise you, if people would have had to change their heart for this girl, like, let's say it went in the opposite direction of how it went down, yeah, I would have seen her doing some videos on me, and I'm like, who is this Cinnabera girl? I'm like, she gets caught up talking to a kid, but yeah, I'm the suspect in this whole situation. I'm like, bruh, that's weird.
Oh, yeah. I tried to get multiple thumbnails. I mean, I wanted to get something out of this, but I ultimately didn't use it, mainly because Cine asked me not to. But yeah, I guess that's fair. Collaboration, that's a fair term. But no, I was not trying to use this to get with Cindy. I can understand how it looks like that.
But every action you've taken, every step of the way, has been purely oriented around getting you closer to Cine and not towards any actual goal. Your video fucking sucked because you couldn't be bothered to read the messages, and you didn't do any independent research aside what Kumo had already done for you on a stream like 2 weeks beforehand. When you spoke to Cine, you spent 0 time interrogating her actual side of the story or interrogating any of the facts or interrogating what she thought she did wrong, and spent all the time trying to build a rapport with her and build connection. And then you spend more time afterwards jeopardizing the story, bitching and complaining about the fact you can't fall asleep, you need someone to fall asleep on call with. And then when Kumo turns around and tries to clean up after you, you say, oh yeah, that Kumo guy's backstabbing us. Yeah, you shouldn't trust that Kumo guy. You shouldn't trust, because you're very clearly feeling insecure and threatened by Kumo. So every step of the way, all of your actions are oriented around trying to fuck some freak pedophile online. That is all you've been interested in.
You know what this situation reminds me of? Like, just more so, like, how it's just everything is being played out. Remember when that girl had did that video back in 2015? It was this YouTuber. So I think she was a comedian. I don't know. But anyways, it was this girl named Nicole Arbor. And I remember she did this video where she was I think she was trying to like crack jokes on people of a like bigger size, but she titles the video "Dear Fat People," and then just all throughout the video she's just being mad disrespectful. So it's like she ain't bothered trying to like see why a person might have a weight problem or whatever the case may be. No, but afterwards this girl got like a universal cancellation. So I guess like there is any YouTuber that's been like that can relate to JustARobot. Yeah, it definitely would be Nicole Arbor. And I can tell you guys right now, her career has not been the same since. I think she did have a video, and that's gonna probably be the same thing with JustARobot. He's gonna probably have like one video where people bring it up, and then it's just gonna only be bringing it up on how cringy it was. But yeah, it's 100% Nicole Arbor situation. Uploads a video and just gets this crazy universal cancellation. I had to say the only time where I did see somebody upload a video they got a universal cancellation was Logan Paul. But the thing is this though, he properly apologized, he cleaned his career up, he ain't doing no more cringy things, he found better things to, you know, do with his time, and now look at him, bro's a whole wrestling star right now. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, if a person, that's what, because I don't think she did properly apologize for that video. I think she still just kept on with the activities of like, because I think, yeah, she did do, like, other videos, like Dear, and then, you know, just address the certain group of people, because I'm for certain, I think she might have did one when she was, like, Dear Black people. I had to go and check and think. She might not have them videos up no more, but, yeah, I was like, that was a video where I was like, hey, but, yeah, she didn't properly apologize for it, not that I remember. And yeah, that girl was getting invited onto talk shows, like actual talk shows. I think she was like either on The Talk or The View or something like that. And whichever, I think it might be the one that Whoopi Goldberg was on. If not, it was one of them like daytime female talk shows. But anyways, like, yeah, she was getting canceled there. She was getting canceled all across the internet. I mean, that girl, she couldn't catch no break. So yeah, that's pretty much the same situation with this. But anyways,
that is not true. I have no interest in Cine. I haven't even seen a picture of their face. If Kumo wants to get with Cine, if that is the case, go for it. I don't really care about that. My problem, I started saying that when Kumo leaked my video, and I was like, what the fuck? And like, you can say that's cleaning up after me, but like, you know, what would be cleaning up after me would be like messaging me on Discord, hey, don't go through with this.
He wouldn't have
like
listened.
Video or whatever, or like, hey, this is what you should change about it. Like, I feel like I'm being treated very.
Didn't Kumo send you a message saying like, your friends were right, don't release the video or whatever the fuck, or take down the video? What was
but he didn't. But he didn't see the video yet. And I really thought this was going to go by differently. And
okay, but you just said that if he was actually trying to clean up after you, he would have been trying to stop you doing stuff, but he was trying to stop you. But
he
wasn't educated enough for your liking.
The thing is this: nobody needs to see the video if it's clear as day what this girl then did. They know of the situation, so what difference would it make if they watch your video? It ain't like the video went and then look how it turned out anyways. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you think it's all about your video, and it's like, fam, It is not. When the evidence is clear as day, like showcasing what this girl has done to people, there's no reason to watch a video. Like, I think if any reason on why Kumo had leaked out that video is because he wanted to see how people is gonna react to it. You know, like this YouTuber that's not even in a cancellation state decides to upload a video that's gonna put him in a cancellation state, and then you try cleaning it up with making the video 10 times worse. I'm like, I guess according to people, the original video, there was nothing wrong with it, you know? But then, yeah, obviously, you know, he wanted to use Cinnabare, and that's why that whole situation went down like how it did. But yeah, it's like you wanted Cinnabare for some reason, and I'm like, and it ain't because of no thumbnail or because of nothing else. It's like, yeah, you wanted to take advantage of that girl. But anyways,
Time. Even though you haven't even read the logs that your video is about. You haven't even read the logs your video is about, so I don't know why you would think that someone has to see the source material to know.
You know what? Like, I don't think... Give me a second. I need to think.
That's fine. Go on, Creeman. Let's chill out for a second. Let JustARobot here process that in his CPU, okay?
I mean, it's been a very stressful last couple of hours.
Sure.
But no, I want to make this clear. From my perspective, he didn't want me talking about this situation because it didn't go so well for him, so he assumed it wouldn't go so well for me.
It's like he said that it's been a stressful past couple of hours. It's like, yeah, you dealing with that hate, you getting them comments. I'm like, welcome to the club. I'm like, how does that overall feel, though? I like, that's one of those things where I'm like, have they where, and it's funny because, like, I just remember when his fans was hating on my videos, they didn't have no reason to hate on my videos. Now it's like with your videos and with the people that are hating on you, they have a reason to hate on you. They have a reason to give your videos, you know, this crazy amount of just dislikes and hate comments and stuff. But yeah, he's still looking at it as like, I didn't do nothing wrong. And I'm like, not in your situation. You can't say you didn't do anything wrong in your situation. But anyways,
I don't think I thought my video would go by a lot better than it actually did, and this is by far the dumbest thing I've ever done on YouTube. I absolutely take the L on that, but I have no, aside from having Cinny as an ally, I had no interest in Cinny.
What's it like? Because you already admitted you had sexual interest in her earlier. Right? You said, I'm a straight man. Of course I've got sexual interest in Cinny.
checkmate.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen what they
Bro,
look.
what is going on? Hold on for a second. I don't know why my camera just moved like that. Give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with this web camera. It'll do that. And I didn't even have my hands up or anything. So yeah, it's something where I'm like, I might have to down the road get me a different web camera, because I'm like, yeah, this web camera it's been acting kind of weird lately. But anyways, getting back to this video.
Look like, but like as this is, I mean, as a woman, I'm going to find a woman I'm going to find women attractive.
You've got that little autistic niggling in your brain where you hear a female voiced online, you see a female cartoon character online, and you're like, wow, whoa, female cartoon characters are so fucking hot. I want to fuck that
That's a woman.
cartoon character. And now you've oriented your entire online content creation career around
I
this.
guess so. I mean, you see a hot cartoon character. I mean, I've admitted that Data Animations is cartoon is pretty hot, but like I have no people can make their avatar look like however they want. I'm not bald in real life. I'm actually pretty hairy.
It's influenced you, hasn't it? You've looked at that little cartoon avatar and you've thought, I can protect that little cartoon avatar. And so you've gone and done
I did
that.
not think that.
But my thing is this. That's just how the internet is. My thing is this. All right. There have been Instagram models. There have been Twitch streamers. There have been I'm trying to think, YouTubers. There's a lot of attractive women out there, all right? Or, you know, just overall women. It's like, we just gonna leave that attractive part out. Overall, yes, there have been some that I've followed. But if they do something, all right, that's like, whoa, wait a minute. All that stuff is out the window. I'm like, hey, if they come to me and they're all like, can you help me? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm in a good spot right now with content creating. Whatever it is that you got going on, I'll give you advice on how to, I guess, handle the situation. But if you're expecting me to be your right hand man, that's not gonna happen. I'm like, you can pay me, you could do all these other. I'm like, I'm not going to throw my career away on some silly stuff. So that's one of those things where I'm like, nope. I'm like, if like, let's say if I'm if like Just a Robot doesn't exist, Cinebear contacts me. She's all like, "Hey, could you do a reaction to this video?" Where it's like, I'm like, "Fam, I don't know how do you overall think I'm going to help you just by me reacting to the video? What does it so it could put me in a bad spot?" See, that's what I mean by like before I do something, I think long term, like what's gonna happen to me a few months from now with this situation, what's gonna happen to me a few years from now with this situation. So that's why I'm like, no, like if she would have contacted me all like, "Oh, can you help me out?" I'm like, regardless of whether I see her face or not, she could look like Jessica Alba when she was in Fantastic Four. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll be sweating and things. I'm like, dang, bruh. I'm like, I know I don't want it to go out like this, but I'm like, this girl's crazy. She done did some stuff, so I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't help you. You know, even 2005 Jessica Alba. I'm like, I'm sorry. I would like to, but I can't help you. All right, not with the stuff that you done did. But anyways, yeah, I think we could all say 2005 Jessica Alba. That was it ain't even Wednesday, but it was a Women Crush Wednesday. That a lot of us, you know, yeah. But it's like if she went down for like a murder or something, like yeah, let's say like Jessica Alba had racially profiled somebody and killed a black person. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna be supporting her after that. Like jokes aside, I'm like, nah. I'm like, if it's possible to use CGI to remove her from, call it Fantastic 3. But that's if she did something crazy. But yeah, overall though, it's like, yeah, with Cinebear, I'm like, this girl did something crazy. There ain't no defense for that. There ain't no ways around it. None of that. So yeah, it's just one of those things where, but yeah, he had to have some sort of, it's either an attraction or he wanted to manipulate and use this girl. One of the two. But yeah, I ain't believing in anything else. But anyways.
I feel like you probably have, because you've admitted to having sexual interest in this person you've never seen. They're just a disembodied female voice who's being accused of being a pedophile.
He's like, well, yeah, of course.
I mean, you're going off on like bringing up my autism when it comes to like cartoon avatars, but it's also, you can also say it's my autism when I say, well, like, of course I will be. Okay, sorry. But of course, I'm saying that as a straight male, of course I'm going to be attracted to a female. That's all I mean by that. I really should have been more careful with my wording there.
I'm like, well, that's how being a straight male works. It's if like he's like a caveman that just discovered fire. Like I feel like how if like let's say if like something had like yeah, a person got set on fire. And you're like, well, as a caveman, like of course I'm going to like fire, but if somebody uses it to kill somebody or whatever you want to like, however you want to place out the example, it's like, bruh, it is still bad. You're missing the point. You're out here defending a girl that did something bad, and you're talking about, oh well, I did it because she's a woman. It's just however he words it or however he wants to place it or whatever. It's like, bruh, it's still weird, man. It's still however you want to like word it out or place it. It's still gonna be weird. But anyways,
sorry, repeat that last bit.
Sorry if I stutter.
He said he should be more careful with his wording.
I mean, before that, he should be more careful with his wording about what? About being sexually interested in Cine, or?
No. I mean, like, as a straight guy, of course I'm going to be attracted to women. Like, if she was a guy, of course there would be no attraction there. I was very autistic with my wording.
But it's not just like a generic, I like women, is it? It's you were specifically having interactions with this person where you were trying to have them call you while you were in bed. You were saying you needed help falling asleep.
Okay,
these are like specific. It's not just a general.
And even she has said it himself. Like, there is some call out there where she's talking about Just a Robot, and even she got creeped out by him and stuff. So yeah, it's something where I'm like, yeah, you had to. There might be more to the conversation between him and Cinebear, but yeah, it's like he to creep her out. I'm like, bruh, that's some next level stuff right there.
I like women because I'm straight.
I see what you're getting at now. I was not choking my chicken to her voice or anything like that.
I was not even suggesting that. I was not even implying that.
That was the direction it was going, though.
That was the direction I was going. He just said that.
We pretty much just talked about the situation, and that's pretty much it. Because like I was very nervous about this. I was losing sleep over this, and I think I did fuck things up, and you know what? Maybe this is the thing that will finally take me down off of YouTube, if this is the narrative people are going to go with.
Okay.
I
He's
don't
really
know
trying
how.
to. He's really trying to manipulate the crowd, man. I'm telling you.
The narrative people are going with, you are in multiple. Diesel has just come on here 2 minutes ago. You've been in multiple people's DMs trying to build relationships with them through content or content creation, and then immediately turning it into a nice pussy. Do you want to see my cock? Like this is it's a pattern.
Yeah.
We're looking at multiple
It's my sense
instances
of
where you're
humor.
behaving this way.
It's my sense of humor. I've said this to
No,
guys.
no. This is retarded bullshit that like sex pests try and pull, where they'll say, "Oh, it's just my sense of humor," or "Oh, I just joke around like that with people." No, you are deliberately You are deliberately bridging the gap between platonic interaction and sexual interaction. That's what you're attempting to do. You're attempting to blur that line and bring those two together by saying, "Hey, want to see my cock?" Haha. And then maybe she goes, "Oh, that's not your cock. How about I see a real cock?" Or something to this effect. You're opening the door. You're putting your foot in the door. That everyone can see that's what's happening.
Trust me, it is my sense of humor. That's all I can say. I can show that I've done this.
Wow, the way he just avoided that. Oh man, there is no way possible his girlfriend's still with him. Nah, not after this. Like and this was uploaded. I think this was uploaded like shortly after the whole situation that went down. There's no way possible his girlfriend is still with him after this. Nah, man. If anything, she has to be with his roommate. I'm like, she has to be with his roommate. Like they kind of had like a weird three thing going on. But yeah, I feel like his roommate that moved out, most likely the girl, there is no way possible she is still with him. I refuse to believe that.
Other guys, like, if this is the case, if I did have sexual interest with Cinny, actually no, that doesn't work because like it didn't last long enough.
What?
Well, the other artist, the other person who sent you that. Oh fuck! Wait, that also doesn't work. That was actually about. I think that was actually about the Cine thumbnail.
You know what's so funny is that because that's something I've said was that like he likes to have people moderate conversations with them. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of a rap group where, okay, you know what? Prime example. There's the rap group Migos, where after they had split and then they kind of just all did like their own individual things. Well, I know Quavo and Takeoff, they were kind of like, they had like before Takeoff's sadly passing, they kind of had like a duo thing going on called Unk and Few. So anyways, but you notice that like that loss, and even when Quavo, when he released his next album after Takeoff's passing, you notice there was like that loss, like there just wasn't like the group wasn't, it sounds different without them being involved. So it's like, yeah, it's like songs kind of comes off as empty. It seems like, it's like, oh, more could have been done here and there and stuff. But yeah, it's like when the group was together, it's like they put out like that Culture trilogy thing, and yeah, that was like some of Migos' best music. So it's like the funny thing is but you see like that change of when it's like there's somebody there that they're usually collaborate with versus when they're not there no more. Then it's kind of like, hey, this is kind of weak. Like, and that's what, not so much as saying that with Migos, but in his case, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of weak. I'm like, your defense and things regarding yourself, because I'm like, there ain't no defense for that. You sat down, you took the time to do a defense video for this girl, and look how it turned out. But I guarantee that I probably should have. He had people helping him out on it, and the thing is this: he had people telling him, don't upload this video, don't do this, like, roommate, girlfriend, and neighbor, and look how it turned out. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, bro, this defense, it's pretty weak. I'm like, on his part. But Chud Logic, on the other hand, I'm like, nah, man. There's like a indie content creating award show. Nah, this man deserves content creator of the year. I'm like, nah, for the work that this man's been doing, I'm like, he deserves content creator of the year.
Well, I can prove, if I make my follow-up video and I prove that I've talked to other people this way, that, and like,
we supposed to just take your word for it.
It never escalated. Will you at least like take that into consideration, that this is just my sense of humor?
Yeah, if I can see interactions where you're talking to a guy, where you've reached out platonically to a man of around your similar age, and you've started saying, want to see my cock, and asking for late night bed calls, Yeah, okay, I'll believe you. If you can show me that, I'll believe you. I'll say, you know what,
I,
this guy is just a freak to
I don't think
everyone.
I might.
But I don't think that's what it is it? It's going to be one time we made a dick joke to one of your friends, and then, but it's never going to be the bed calls. It's never going to be the,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to get through this, Cinny. It's never
And
going to
he
be any
did
of that.
say that. He was all like, oh, yeah, my roommate has even done. But it's like, you're not showing any evidence, though. Like, that's the thing. He showed, like, I think, what was it, a couple of screenshots. But I'm like, nah, bro. It's like all the friends, like, everybody done came in contact with. That's how you're painting it out to be, where it's like you talk like this with everybody. I know if he would have contacted me talking about, oh, could you talk to me as I go to sleep, I would have laughed at him and hung up the phone. So I'm like, you ain't talk to me that way. You ain't talk to nobody else. Yeah, it's people that he's attracted to, and I'm like, hey, if that's what floats your boat, then I'm like, yeah, bro, do what you know, it's weird, but yeah, do what you gotta do. But anyways,
That is it, because that's very specific language that you would use when trying to build a close relationship with someone online.
I can see that. I can see where you're coming from, and I have had late night calls with other people, like just falling asleep talking.
We've all
to
sat in
them.
VCs. We've all been in VCs on Discord, okay? We've all been in late night VCs. Everyone's done that. We're not talking about that. We're asking about you laying on your bed, saying to someone, I'm having trouble falling asleep. Can you call me?
Sure, I'll try to get you that.
Okay. Oh,
Creeman, any other comments on broadly?
no, I think you covered the video mostly. I just cared about him preying on pedophiles. It's disgusting. I can't believe it.
Well, I
I'm not
appreciate
the
you.
next.
Sorry, go on.
I'm not the next Coyote Lovely. God damn it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I appreciate you coming on and putting that to him. Thank you very much, Creeman.
it's like his mind is just so caught up with content creating, and he's trying to like reference other creators and all this other stuff. And I'm like, fam, we're talking about you in this situation with Cinnabear. This ain't got nothing to do with EDP445 or any other YouTuber. This is between you and Cinnabear. That's it. That's all that we're talking about. You're trying to mention like all these other different names. Not one single person is talking about that, bringing it up, or even thinking about it. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, my advice to JustARobot is like, you're gonna have to take away that content creating aspect of just life, and actually just put some real life situations into it, because on some real life stuff, people are gonna be looking at you as weird. That's why it's like, for an example, that one Luigi guy that killed that healthcare CEO or something like that. And you see him, like how afterwards he started gaining all these different supporters and stuff. Yeah, people were looking at this, especially it was the female supporters. People were looking at them like they're weird. It's like, this man just shot and killed somebody. It very well could have been your dad. It very well could have been your brother. It could have been somebody that you know. But you're out in the middle of the streets holding up signs talking about free Luigi or starting hashtags and stuff. And people are looking at you as weird. It's like, this man has killed somebody. You're not understanding that. So, yeah, it's one of those things where it's just, yeah, JustARobot, he ain't no different than them girls. It's like, as a matter of fact, probably in the same mindset as those girls. But anyways.
All right, I'll catch you later. Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to respond to a lot of this stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I knew I was going to get backlash for a Cine video, and right now it seems like it's worse than ever before. My girlfriend just said she's watching the stream and she's not. She's shaking, so I'm going to talk to her about this. She can get. Like,
Look, listen, mate, okay? I'm not looking to cause you fucking personal problems here, right?
Okay,
I'm just looking to
alright.
expose what I think is egregious behaviour. But if you've got shit to sort out, yeah, go and sort that out. I mean, that's not really my concern. My concern is I think you've done something wrong. I'm calling it out.
That's fine. That's fine. It's just, I did not think those messages would be seen that way, and now I feel like, now I really feel like I really fucked up, and I really should watch what I say nowadays.
It's like, you just now realizing that?
Listen, I don't want to, string you out forever on this. Like, we can call it a day there. I don't think anyone else really wants to call in and has got any questions for you. I think we've covered it all pretty.
I know this is going down. I called in. I'm like, okay, I just got one thing to say. All right, just one thing to say, and that's it. I would have let out the most monstrous, evilest, okay, like villainous laugh of all. You know what? Actually, no. Look up. It was the dang. What's that guy's name from Living Single? And he was dating the one character Max on there. Hold on for a second, because he had like this evil laugh, and I'm like, yeah, bruh, I would have let out that same laugh. What is that guy's name? Kyle, that was his name. If you look Living Single Kyle laugh, that's how I would have joined that call laughing. And then I'd be like, nope, that's it. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to let out my evil laugh and then just going about my business and things. But yeah, it's like I just remember I was just scrolling through YouTube. Somebody left a comment talking about Chud Logic is cooking just the robot. And then that's when I was like, oh, let me go ahead and check this out and see what's going down. And then that's what I see. I'm like, dang, bro, I'm like, he is getting cooked right now. But anyways,
yeah, this is the biggest L I've ever taken on YouTube. This is I really did not think people would think I was having I didn't expect people to think I was having woo conversations with Sin
why
Bear.
you gotta word it that?
I didn't think that would like come to the
conversations.
conclusion. Anyone would come to that conclusion. My mind's a mess right now. I'm just going to be rambling.
No, sure. I mean, you know, Nicholas Diorio's here. I don't know if he wanted to ask any questions or if he knows about this. He probably just wants to hop in and play Fortnite.
I have a quick question. You brought up Nicholas Diorio in your video about me. Like you said, he fucked up too. And in a way, and I was like, wait, I don't know this. I don't know Nicholas Diorio that well. So what did he mess up on? If you said that, if I misheard.
Oh no, I think no. I'm Turkey Tom. I was talking about Turkey Tom messing up the pyro situation.
Oh, okay. Well, the problem is like I don't think I can handle much more. Like I think.
No. So, listen, I don't want to like fucking fuck your life up. I don't want to mess things up with your girlfriend. I'm just, you know, calling it as I see it and trying to be fair. You know, if you've got stuff to sort out, you don't have to stay here. Go and sort your life out. You know, I'm not keeping you here.
I know.
If you've had enough, you don't talk to anyone else. That's fine. You know, I'm not a monster. I just want a bit of content out of it. I've got that, and I've said my piece about it, and I think that's fine for me. If you've got nothing else to add, we can end it there.
She just told me she doesn't want to be in a public call. She wants you to tell the chat that, I guess, but yeah, she's
no, I'm not looking to fucking do couples counselling. Okay, listen, you go. You should leave. Let's leave this. Let's end the call. You go about your business, and we'll leave it there. Okay.
Okay. Well, I want to still thank you for calling me out for this.
My pleasure.
I know.
I've just tried to be fair in all of this. That's all.
I know.
There's like somebody say he keeps saying on YouTube, implying worse L's offline. Yeah, that's the thing where it's like because I mean he did say that he lost like jobs behind how he talks and stuff, and I'm like, you would think right then and there you would have realized like, okay, I can't talk like this with people, and if I'm out here losing my jobs, like, because you have to understand that it's just like how people operate is different from like it's gonna be different from how like a person operates IRL versus online on some social media platform and stuff. So yeah, you are gonna have it where people, they a little bit more open, they gonna speak their mind, they gonna say whatever, do whatever on the internet, but on some real life stuff, you gotta separate that. JustARobot, he was trying to blend them lines, and how he talks to people online, he thought, oh, I could talk to people like that IRL, and it's like, no, you cannot. Like, that's why you're losing jobs. That's why you are, like, you know, like, there's people that don't want to be bothered with you. I guarantee that, I promise you, it is going to be at a point in time where we are going to see a exposing video from his girlfriend. And I feel like that's going to be the final nail in JustARobot's coffin. I'm like, here lies a content creating career that could have been good, but this guy decided to mess it all up because of his weird mindset and how he operates. But anyways.
Sorry, my mind's going a mile a minute.
No, let me look, okay? Let me say this, okay? Lots of fuck ups here. I'm not looking to fuck your life up, right? I'm not looking to destroy your channel. I've just tried to be fair in all of this. You know, if you've got personal issues you need to resolve the back of this, you need to go and deal with that. I think you've done the right thing by taking the video down. And, I mean, yeah, that's all I can really say, yeah.
I just never thought things would get this bad. I didn't think... it's gonna suck now because people are gonna paint me as the next Coyote Lovely, but like, I swear I had no romantic interest in Cinny. I swear. But now I don't think people will
Well, look,
believe me.
to be clear, you know, I talked about that a bit. I personally didn't pursue. I was other things I was talking about. That's Queeman has put that to you, and you've answered accordingly. I don't think it means everyone is going to see it that way, and I'm sure there's people that will disagree with that analysis. But I think you've left yourself open to that by engaging in the conversation the way that you did, and that is the fundamental issue here.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I just, I'm going to have to apologize to my roommate because he told me, like, oh, I think something bad is going to happen when you do this. And I thought, oh, it's something I can't handle. Holy fuck, I did not expect I did not expect half this shit.
I think your roommate and your girlfriend, I believe, both told you not to release it, and I think they had your best interests at heart. And I feel like
they did. But they more so thought like, oh, you're going to have to fight for like 6 months doing this like you did before, and we don't want you to see you stress out about that. And
Boy, it's been pushing, I think that 6 months, because it started in October, so October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, so like next month it will be 6 months. I don't think it's gonna just stop all of a sudden, just out of nowhere stop. If anything, it'll slow down. But I think when he does come back, like that's always gonna be the conversation with him. It's like, you defended a pedophile, you know, it's like, or a groomer, or however you want to put it. You still defended this girl, and it's like, fam, like and that's the thing where it's just with that Nicole Arbor girl, I'm pretty sure she still gets hated on for that Dear Fat People video, and that video was uploaded 10 years ago. What was the one guy that I said with KSI, Gujan Daniel, he still gets hated on. It wasn't even like, the thing is this, all he just did was disrespect one of his friends. So like, I imagine that would probably be the least threatening thing. Like, if out of them 3 situations, like, which video would I rather like, I guess, go down for? It probably would be Gujan Daniels, because it's like, that was something that he could have just very well just apologized for. He didn't even need to say it in the first place. But yeah, overall, I'm like, he still gets hated on. Nicole Arbor still gets hated on. I'm trying to think. EDP, he still gets hated on. Any other YouTubers, it's like, you know, they went that Logan Paul, I know he gets hated on still for that Japan video. What else? And yeah, it's like you that next YouTuber, it's like, it's gonna be years down the road, and you're gonna see that one comment where somebody was like, hey, wait a minute, years ago you defended a pedophile, what was up with that? Like, what? And it's gonna come back. That's just something that's just gonna continuously keep haunting him and things. And then of course, with all the other different situations that he's being called out for, like being weird on Discord, being weird at VidCon, what else? And then past dramas and beefs. Even if you exclude me out of the list, still there's a lot of things that you done did to people where it's like, bruh, all that stuff could have been avoided. So then you add me to the list, it's pretty much like a whole new situation and things to a lot of people. Because there's people that, like, they're contacting me where they wasn't even aware of this situation between me and JustARobot, but they're like, dang, man, like, what's been going on with that? So yeah, having to like tell that story, I'm like, yeah, man, it's like, there's people, the thing is this, you done dug yourself in a hole where it's like, bruh, you can't get out of it, you know. So and if it does, it's gonna take you a super long time to get out of this hole. But anyways,
oh boy, this is not a fun time for me. But you know, after 10 years of being on this platform, I knew eventually my day would come when people would point and laugh at me. I kept on saying in multiple videos, one day I'm going to be the one that people are going to laugh at. I knew that was going to happen, and it finally happened in a very, very avoidable way.
Okay, well, listen, I will end it there.
you don't care about.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate your time, and all the best.
I'm just looking forward to the 20+ videos that are going to be made about me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously, you know, this segment's going to go up. Other people are going to watch this and comment on it. I mean, it's going to. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be a tough couple of weeks for you, and I think
I know
the best thing you can do is put. So go on.
At the same time, I've seen people get backlash. Like, you've seen what Turkey Tom went through with the pyro stuff. You've seen Vosh expose his folder of horses and anime children. Which, like, I'm going to be honest here. I'm still glad I'm not that guy.
Well, yeah, but here's the problem, though. do you have it in you to ignore the worst of what's being said about you and just keep pushing forward? I don't know if you do. I feel like this is going to crush you, and it's going to be your own design.
We'll just have to find out. We'll just have to find out if I'm man enough to handle it or not. We'll just have to wait and see. Only time will tell with that one. I'm not the toughest guy, so I think, who knows, maybe this will be the final nail in the coffin for me. Or maybe I will bounce back from this stronger than ever, or weaker than ever.
No way,
we'll just
bruh.
have to see. And are you adding Nicholas to your okay?
What
Hey,
do you want, Nicholas?
Listen. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tonight. We're going to be saving your relationship. Okay, we just gotta set this whole thing up. Get the two of you guys in a call. We can fix this situation. We're gonna do some love phones. A relationship hangs in the balance. Okay. I think that's the pitch.
I won't lie. I'm glad he's having fun with this. Like, at least, if people are making fun of me, I'm at least glad they're having fun with this. But, like, hey, Nicholas DiOrio, love your content. I'm pretty sure you're going to make fun of me for this. And if you want to, I can't stop you.
I just think that we should save this whole thing, dude. I think that we should figure out this whole thing, get it all out in the open, and save your relationship in a open setting.
Wait, you mean my relationship with my actual girlfriend?
Yes,
Or...
we should bring her on, and you guys should have a public discourse conversation to come to an agreement.
She's not interested. She's not going to do that. I will have to talk to... I'm going to actually call her after this whole thing is over.
Dude, tell her the pitch. I think it's a fantastic career move, and I would love to host it.
All right. She'll probably say no, but I'll run it by her.
Don't push her. Don't push her. Don't go over the line. But I'm just saying, it's a great idea, and I think that...
No. Tell him no, thank you. Tell him no.
Okay, all right.
So I think no means no.
Nicholas is not concerned with boundaries, clearly.
He's just now saying that. Meanwhile, it's like all the different stuff that you done went down for. I'm like, how many times somebody done told you no, and you still just kept going on and on and on. Yeah, like, man, ain't nobody hearing that.
All right, I'll let you guys get back to it. I just had to make my pitch.
Okay, listen, mate. Look, okay, I feel like you're just hanging out here, and it's like, you know, you got shit to deal with. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get any people that are gonna shed more light on this. I think you need to put out a response, sort your life out.
I'm gonna be working on that. It's gonna be like that Just Stop thing, except for what Just Stop did wasn't nearly as egregious as what I did. That's like that's the really sad part. Like, what I did was far worse than what Just Stop did. So, and Just Stop was a lot more beloved than I was. So, I don't know how this is going to go for me.
Up.
I kind of felt like my time on this platform was slowly coming to an end, but
why is he like trying to end this off like it's a season finale of a TV show? Bro, just hang up the phone.
It was nice while it lasted.
Okay, and one final thing. You know, I'm not saying you should talk to him. I think quite the opposite. You shouldn't talk to him, in fact. But, you know, it's only fair. The Kumo's part of this. I'm going to bring him on after to say his piece. So, fair's fair. I've got to give him a chance to respond to some of this.
All right. And hey, if there was something I was mistaken on, or hell, if there was something I lied about, I'm totally willing to do a follow-up call, because my mind
Why would
is
he
just...
come out and say some stuff like that? So he pretty much admitted that he lied about something in this call, and he's just waiting for the day where he gets called out for it. Man, this guy, I'm telling you, I'm like, yeah, his brain, I feel like that the day he was like born into this world, his like the doctor, so like his parents was holding him, and then the doctor was all like, hey, so we got like this new thing out where it's like it's not an actual human brain, but we've been like working on this like concept, like a theory brain, where it's not an actual brain, but it's kind of like it's like a made in a, you know, like third world country brain or something, but it's not of the human body. Like they've 100% replaced this brain with an animal of some sorts, cow, pig, chicken, donkey, you know, just something out there where it's like it's not supposed to do long extensive thinking, and that's why he's in the situation that he's in right now. I'm like, yeah, you got a donkey brain, bruh. I'm like, I feel like donkeys, they might be smart animals, but are they college educated animals? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know, it's just something is like twisted up there where it's like, bruh, it's like you got your brain from Temu, Wish.com, like Amazon, but it didn't have good ratings. Like it's just it's not it's not a good brain. But anyways,
It's going a mile a minute right now. I'm just so dizzy with everything, and pretty sure Kumo is going to say some very not nice things about me. But like, I fucked this whole thing up. I'm a big fuck up.
Okay, well, you know, we'll leave it there. Go and sort your life out. If you want to come on and talk again, I'm happy to do so. I'll be as fair as I can. And we'll go from there, okay?
Well, I need to go use the restroom.
Okay.
Bye.
All the best. Bye-bye.
bro sitting on that toilet crying. That's what he's doing. That's exactly what he did after that call. He sat on that toilet, cried, fell down, poops all over the place. Yeah, that man, he is crying his eyes out. But man, yeah, Chud Logic, like I said, content creator of the year, man. He's definitely one of those creators where I'm like, that man deserves his flowers. Like the day that Chud Logic, like if he does decide to leave content creating, it's gonna be up there like when Ric Flair had retired from the WWE. Like we most likely gonna shed a tear at things. But anyways, yeah, guys, make sure y'all go subscribe to Chud Logic. Show this man the most amount of love and support. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.